Good morning, homies. I'm gonna try to make this real quick, man. Yeah. Anyway, that's my AK-917. Hit a curve yesterday, going what? 116, I think it was. Yeah, that was our last run. You cannot use these 48 gears doing speed runs. I know most of you know better. I know better, but in the excitement of this thing hitting the numbers that it's hitting with the stock motor, stock gears, that's a little bit to speak of, And I even got gears, I even got the 32s and the Mod 1 to even switch over to. Didn't do it. 48s, man, they good if you're doing, these low speeds. They just not for no triple digits, man. Like I say, I know better. Stripped out, man. Come down through there, it got me up to 116, but at the end when I'm trying to stop, that I guess it was already borderline. I'm trying to stop, and it just couldn't. That last final little pressure putting on them gears, because your gears stop you, just like they prepare you, they stop you. I don't want to try to talk to y'all like y'all dumb, and I know most of you know that, but some people new in this shit and don't know that. Thing is with these 48s, man, you can't mesh them. You can't mesh them like you would a 32 or a Mod 1, because you can't look for that little click, and movement and stuff like, no. When you hear that, you too loose. 48s, they gotta be snug. Before I messed with it yesterday, I had it snug. And when I put it back together after dealing with my gears, I'm like, and I'm knowing it don't really feel right. A little too loose, but me being dumb, I'm trying to get it back together so I get out there while it ain't no cars on our road, just ignored it. And that's what happened. Hit a curve at 116. Now, it did look worse. I just went on and I straightened the frame back out a little bit, which, why I don't know, because I won't use it. But, well, I had to do that to get something off. I forgot what it was. But I took loose a lot of this stuff because it was my plastic. Some of it was bent, composite stuff. Some of it was bent, and I know some of it's real good still to use. So I ain't want it to be bent like that forever, leaving it like that. So I went on and took it loose. Saved my ESC, saved my motor even, but the shaft bent. But I think I can straighten it out. But I probably won't use it. But yeah, that's what happened, man. Strip. Yep, strip. My gear strip. Might not look stripped. And then I didn't even have it lined up good. I don't know if you guys can see that, but if you look to the, just gonna get it focused. You look to the left. You look to the left of that gear. You see them little spurs hanging on the side. That's because I didn't have it lined completely upright. That's not a lot, but still, I mean, you want it lined up perfectly, man. Yeah, you can't use these gears for no speed runs for real. It's just not safe. You might get a few runs, but your luck gonna run out, man, like mine did. Like I say, I know better, but did it anyway. Kept going. I'm excited about these numbers. The stock motor hitting, stock gearing. But anyway, another thing I'm gonna share with y'all, man, because I know some of you don't know that. Kimbrough, these gears will line up perfectly over your spur gear, the silver thing back there, man. I don't know all the technical names, forgive me, please. But this hole in the center of this Kimbrough gear is exactly the same as that hole. I don't know how high they go. I don't know how low they go. I know I got some 40. I think the lowest one I got is a 45 or something tooth. They come in 32 pitch. If you're doing speed runs, you need at least 32 pitch. You don't want to fool with 48s. You need at least 32 pitch. But these Kimbrough gears, they fit perfectly. Only thing is, 2 of the holes line up. Only 2. But what you do, you slide it on there, on your silver piece, you slide that on there, run you 2 screws in them 2 holes that line up, and snug them. Don't put them tight, just snug them. And then you drill your hole. You just drill your hole through the other 2. You got a spur gear that you can switch out. Like I say, I don't know all the sizes. This one right here is a 46, but they're Kimbroughs. Just trying to trying to help somebody, man. Yeah, a Kimbrough. So I got me another one coming. In the meantime, I guess I'm gonna jump back on my original Speedrun car, one of my big daddies. Yeah, got to get him back situated. Think I'm gonna go with the. I didn't really want to go that high on the KV, but the 12. I think I'm gonna go with it, 6400 KV on that. That's what I think I'm gonna go with. Yeah, man, them 48 gears, they just don't work, man. You guys, I would not use them. I would not use them, because when that gear go out, man, you don't have brakes. And wrecks ain't the same at triple digits, man. It ain't like no 40 mile per hour wrecks. When you wrecking the triple digits, believe me, you tearing some shit up real good. Yep, especially if you hitting something head on. Them flips and stuff, that's a whole different story. Because when you're dealing with a full body car, not an open wheel car like that, when you're dealing with a full body car, it ain't that bad. Because I've wrecked this thing going, what was it, I think I was going right at 100 and hit something in the road. Well, actually, it's just the road, period. And man, that thing flipped for about 50 feet or so, you know, flipping, cartwheeling. And the only thing that was wrong with it, took a chip out of one of my foam wheels and knocked a little bit off my wings in the back. But this body, I don't know if I could still use it. It was pushed way back and it's beat up pretty bad. I could fix it, but I don't think it might just be a spare body. I fix it, put it to the side. But front end, I had a lot of front end damage, man. It turned it all the way up. Yeah, it turned it all the way up. The way it looked now, I straightened it out. I made it like this, but yeah, it turned it all the way up, man. And it had a lot of my front end stuff pinched, you know. Yeah, it had a lot of it pinched. And I'm knowing I still got some good shit in there, so I'm like, well, let me get it loose, because it got it bent out of shape, and I got some good spare stuff on here. Save my ESC, my motor. It's and I even now it broke my power switch off, and I'm like, damn, let it work. So I just, you know, wired them together just to see would it come back on. Even save my my receiver. I couldn't believe it, because it was apart, but I'm like, let me see. I turned that thing, wired it back up, man, and it still run. And it broke my wire, but I trimmed that back down. Keep in mind, guys, when you're trimming these things down, you want at least 30 millimeters of that right there showing. You want it like that. Yeah. You know, you want to just trim that first outer layer off of there. Yeah, but that's a whole nother thing. Just saying, man. Somebody don't know. But I checked the data on it, man. That Mamba monster, because I wasn't sure about this little thing, man, because I was so used to looking at the 8S, and I bought this thing and I didn't open it up till I got in the car on the way home. I said, let me look at it. And man, that little motherfucker right there fell out, excuse my language. I'm like, hold up, man. I almost turned around. I'm like, man, what is this little old bitty thing right here? Yeah, it's so small. But man, it ain't no joke. Hey, this is a bad little deal. It definitely holds its own. But man, it's so doggone small. It's actually the size. It's actually the size of the 40. What come in the AK 917? What is this, a 60 amp or a 45 amp, something like that? Look at that beside the Mamba X 6S. That's a 6S. And that's a 3S. Just look at them side by side. That's how small it is. Yeah. But man, look here. It pack a punch, baby. Yeah. You ought to see some of my data on my runs. Yeah, that little choke ain't no joke, man. Yeah. But anyway, man, like I say, them 4 days, guys, man, don't tear your car up. Yeah, don't tear your car up trying to deal with them 4-day gears. And I know most of you know better, you know, just my dumb ass, you know, just like I say, I'm excited because thing, you know, hitting them speeds, man, and, you know, sitting up here and I got the gears to switch it over and just ain't taking the time to do it, you know. But anyway, man, them 48s, man, that's what happened. Don't fool them 48s. And if you do, make sure you gotta snug them, man. You can't listen. You can't, like I say, I'm gonna say it again because it's worth repeating. You cannot do and treat these 48 gears like you treat the 32 pitch and the mod ones. You can't, you know, turn it and listen for that click click, or put a sheet of paper. You can set them like that. Some people do that. Set a sheet of paper by there, in between them, kind of, you know, lightly mash and tighten it down. You can't do that. Nope. You got to snug them. You gotta snug them, man, to where it's just putting a little bit, like, you know, feel like it's a little tight, just a little tight. Then you gotta mesh properly. Anything less than that, man, you gonna end up looking like this. Yeah. But anyway, man, I think that's about all I wanted to say. I appreciate y'all for watching. Y'all have a great day. Somebody asked me something on one of my things. Hey, next time, do this or that. Man, I don't mind sharing nothing I have in my cars, partner. I'm not in no contest against you guys. It's all fun, man. You know, some guys, they don't want to say what gears, you know, they hide. I've seen guys put rags. So, I mean, that's their prerogative. Put rags. I'm like, man, are you serious? You don't want nobody else around? I mean, it's supposed, YouTube is kind of like a learning channel, man. I mean, people sharing stuff. It ain't that deep, partner. It ain't that deep, man. If you in a contest or something, you know, dealing with big money or whatever, that's fine. But just for the general public, man, and you running, you know, it just, I don't know. And that's just my opinion. We all have it, man. You know, it just seemed, I ain't gonna say dumb, man, but it ain't that. I just say, man, it ain't that deep, partner. I don't know why. I mean, this is my main Speedrun car, and man, it was hitting 127 and it had 130 in it, and I had my TPs, and I was running, I think that's the 3684 in actual size, 84 length, something like that. This thing hitting 127, and man, I'm still using stock out of drive shafts and all that stuff, man. You go on my videos, man. It don't, man.